What's up, Dojo Rats? I'm Cole Amborn, the best host ever. Right? And I was doing my research on World Wrestling, and I found this gem right here. I didn't know much about Vietnamese wrestling. I've been reading about it and listening to podcasts. But from watching this video, I became very interested in knowing what kind of the Vietnamese wrestling tradition is. Because after watching this, I saw some very, very advanced moves that were very interesting to watch. That I wish we did more in folk style wrestling. But the points system, a little different. And I think this is an example how international rules can make a more exciting match sometimes with game competitors. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to watch the match, and then we'll do a breakdown. Alright, so let's get this party started. Here we are. First we start off with the move. Already we can see a super deep step. We know some stuff is going to happen here. Alright, just leading right off. No spoilers be damned, okay? They're going to show you the best point in the match. You see a really interesting scramble, right? The red wrestler, rolls through. Win doesn't give up. And then we see her get the fall. So if this is the only part you saw, you would just think that this blue wrestler, Win, is just smashed. Just straight up smashed. Right? But what we're going to do is see the whole match, because a lot of great technique happened here from both wrestlers. So as we can see, we're wrestling in 46 kilos. The blue wrestler's name is Win, and the red wrestler name is Ga. Okay, international rules, United Wrestling. So it's really cool because, a lot of wrestling happens even with young children and women during the Tet Festival. And the whole crowd of people will watch wrestling, and some of it's a ritual, a little bit like rehearsed moves to see cool moves, but some of it's like real matches. And seems like this culture might kind of encourage moves that might be like somewhat risky. Like once you get on the international level, you don't want to lose silly points for silly reasons. But this match is actually an example of two wrestlers just going for it. Alright, so very low stances. Ga immediately tries to single, but gets countered. And Ga just was quicker, got around quicker, and straight for the gut wrench. So she's immediately getting 4 points, like right off the bat. She tries it again. She's got a lock under the stomach, but Ga's ready for the second time. Right. So that's pretty convincing. I think maybe Ga might have been just trying to be a little too aggressive, while Win was like feeling it out. I don't think she's gonna catch her in the same move twice. So it looks like Gwen is tying up really hard on the neck, weighing her down, doing a good job making her carry her. And notice how she grabs all the way around the neck. She doesn't just like pull on the head. Beautiful outside single attempt that she set up from the Russian tie-up by Ga. I can't believe Win isn't taken down here. That's just amazing how she flipped their hips over like that. But no, still on the attack. But Gwen is so good. Even Ga tries to do the sucker drag, but Win's movement is too good. And that was really beautiful how she defended an attack with an attack. Because if she would have just stayed there after the single leg, I'm pretty sure God would have been able to get off another shot or another transition. She seems to be pretty good at dropping low and going around. God pushing on the elbow, probably trying to get underneath. So she can't move the arms, so she's trying. Looks like she's trying that Russian, if you will. 2-on-1. Ref gives a warning. I'm not sure if there's penalty time yet, or where Gwen has to get a point. She might have just gave a warning because I don't have sound. But double underhooks from Ga. Super dangerous one, but Gwen knows she's got to counter with something or she's going to get lifted. So she does a head and arm, but I don't think she really has the arm here. But God, just a straight up face grind. Switches to the wizard, but too late. Ga goes to the outside single, lifts and torques it up, gets her down. But no, she does something really cool here. She has her leg folded from the takedown, and she keeps it. And her foot is like almost twisted all the way up to her shoulder. God, I can't see how you can do that without needing major surgery. So that leg is still stuck up in her armpit. It comes free. When bases out, doesn't seem too worried that she just got scored on pretty good there. And she just gets right back up. Her knee is like apparently fine. Nothing happened there. Alright, low stance. Leaning forward. When pushing. Maybe trying to get the push out, but you can see Na is circling. Circling, looking for that 2-on-1 again. Oh, and our first period is over. Pretty action-packed first period. I was really excited. I like how the corners, every corner has their own ritual. You know, you want to give your athlete some water. I didn't think you really needed this until I got older. And it really does help. Because, like, the hardest thing about wrestling is, like, not wrestling. Like, you can cool down so quick. And you come back and you can't move your arms. You can't move your legs. So they're really just, they're being positive, and they're trying to make sure the blood's going as they lift up the arms underneath. Low stance, head to head, both are blocking. Wen tries to move the head so she can get closer. Looking for her own underhooks now, I think. But Gus stops that. Goes for the 2-on-1 again. And she's got a tie up of her own now. A head tie up. Oh no, that's an underhook. So she's probably getting tired of Wen snapping her all the time. So she's going to try some snaps herself. And Wen just heavy, 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 heavy. Heavy on the head. Tries to snap. God tries to snap back, but she kind of pulls herself down because Wen is just so attached, not allowing any space. Now she's reaching pretty hard for that single, even though I don't think it's really there. But she might just be trying to get her hips away so she can circle out of that tie. And she pushes that elbow straight up, but Wen isn't giving an inch. Oh, tries to do the go behind. Turns it into a pretty good head and arm. Head and arm, so she can do the head and arm or wizard here. And she's got a deep seat belt, does Wen. Deep seat belt. And this could be either or, but it looks like Wen's getting the better of it. But I think God knows, I think she can stalemate in this position. She lost the forearm, so she doesn't have the throw. But I think the ref called stalemate there. So, even though we saw Wen turn her over, the whistle was already blown. So I think Wen has definitely got her confidence going now. I think she knows even if she does get head and arms, she's not going to get thrown because she's keeping her elbows in. But we'll see. We'll see. It looks like God's doing a really good job at pummeling. She's like really good with those underhooks. Well, it looks like Wen likes a collar elbow tie. And it looks like she's kind of stalling here. Nice slide by. Doesn't quite get around, but I think she's trying to send a message like, stop grabbing my neck. Oh, double unders. Here we go. Here we go. The double unders. Can she make a grip behind the back? She's got a grip behind the back. She's going to look to turn and throw. But Wen realizes the danger. She's got to do something. Tries to throw. Even though she gets reversed. She's getting reversed. She still hips around. Gets her hips down to the mat. This is a crazy position. I would have gave up. I wouldn't not be trying to still make that move work. I'd just be glad that I didn't get reversed. But look how tight she's got that tucked up into her armpit. And this time, it's a little too late. Tries to push on the face, but she can't do much because Gwen just does such a great job at keeping her shoulder off the mat, so she can't get a good bridge going. Let's check that out again. In slow motion. Alright, let's do our breakdown. Alright, so right off the bat, we see a deep penetration step right here. Deep, 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 deep. Right about cha. Okay? And we know we're going to see something cool afterwards. So the move starts. This throw starts here. Right? Gets it down, but keeps the motion going around. Tries to reverse her and actually puts her down on her back. Pretty good. And she's got the underhook. She's probably still got the lock behind the back. But doesn't worry. Bridges hard and hips over. Nice. So I think it's hard to tell whose arm is what here. But you can see overhook. And now Gut is trying to cover up her own harm here. Because if it goes on Wynn's body, like right here, you see her arm getting sucked up there. She could still potentially turn over. It's a really tough position, and I would probably give up here. It's tough. But I think Wynn knows if she keeps circling and she could find something to lift that leg up, she could potentially get the fall. So notice, as she's moving this way, she gets her head underneath, lifts it up, clears the legs over, and now Gut tries again to do another reversal, see if she can get the momentum to get up. But this far side leg, she can't make enough space for her leg to hip heist. And Wynn forces her back straight down. So even though she's forcing her down, she's making sure that she's still keeping this arm right here super, super tight. And that shoulder is off the mat. If her shoulder's on the mat, she could try to reverse her again. Gut tries a little dirty move. I don't think she meant to be dirty. She's just trying to make some space. Covers her face, but Wynn is totally not phased. She's totally in killer mode now. And she's trying, if she can get this elbow out just a little bit, that'll give her the torque she needs to get her hips down. But Gwen is not having it. Oh, and one last thing, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this awesome YouTube channel. Alright, right here. I already got it. Right, so one more. Inti Huang Wrestling. Subscribed. And double like. Alright, and while you're there, you could like my channel. Yeah. If we're in a likey mood, why not, huh? Ma? And ma. Like I said, this is part of my podcast, You Don't Know Me, where I talk about martial arts around the world and have a discussion. So please comment on any other World Wrestling videos that I'd love to watch, or any exciting moments of this match. I mean, there were a lot of throw attempts, and I feel it feels like every attempt was a culmination of what happened in the end. That's why I really love this match, that both were trying very, very bold moves. And so anyway, this is my podcast. iTunes, Spotify, whatever crap you listen to, right? And make some recommendations for for more wrestling or world martial arts videos. Alright, party on! You must learn. それまで